Once again, if you've won the game, stop flipping playing. Stop playing. So I'm working out today. Today's a treadmill day. So my workout regime is treadmill day. I'll do 5 miles on the treadmill, and then in between I'll do some sit-ups. Tomorrow I'll do 5 miles on the treadmill. I'll do pull-ups. The next day I'll do weightlifting, be it leg. I think tomorrow actually is going to be a back fall. So I go weights, treadmill, treadmill, weights, treadmill, treadmill. That's what I do. And it keeps me kind of fit. I like it. But anyway, so I'm on the treadmill. I just like to listen to music or something like that. So I was listening to a song from a band I grew up with called Sick of It All. Now, I met these guys a couple times. I don't know, they wouldn't know me. But anyway, and the blood and the sweat. And this lyric just made me think and laugh out loud. Suck up to them, and we shouldn't go down. We're down in the gutter. Playing the game, something remains. We've already won, and we've become slaves. Playing the game, we already won, and we become slaves. Very interesting, is it not? Yes, it is. Let me pause this. Are you playing the game you've already won by still going into your stinking corporate job, your COJ, your crappy old job? If you're playing the game you already won, are you now a slave? You are. You are. What's slavery? You're giving your labor up. Your labor. You're giving it up. I mean, that's just what slavery is. You're saying, I'm not in charge of my labor. If you're working for a corporation or the government or some crappy old job for a paycheck that you don't need, you're voluntarily enslaving yourself. Just talked to a guy today, my man. Younger than me. I'm 54. Guy's freaking crushing. He's a legend. He's a single guy. Doesn't have a bunch of Elon Musk kids running around. Doesn't spend that much money. He's just been working the same old job for the last 12 years. Before that, same old job for 10 years previously. Just saves, squirrels, saves, squirrels. Now he's like, I have a friend at work who just said, I'm done. I'm done. Now his friend at work inherited $1 million. He's like, I just wonder if I can do it. He can do it. I'm just telling you right now. The guy's fine. He's kicking ass and taking names. And he's having a good time. He's sick of the corporate job where he's got to travel all over the place. I just don't want to do this anymore. He's gaining some weight. Blood pressure's getting higher. It's stress and all that. I said, dude, the minute you hang it up, dude, you're going to be losing weight. Blood pressure will go down. You won't be pre-diabetic anymore. I can't guarantee you that, but I've seen it happen with my own eyes with many, many of my clients. The question is, are you going to worry about your capacity for retirement if the markets fall 33%? Goes, no, I'm just going to let it ride. I said, well, how are you going to build it? Because I just don't spend that much, Josh. I'm a very comfortable guy. I don't need much. I said, yeah, and I was kind of looking at Knucklehead over there, Knucklehead right there, old Pablo. I said, all I really need, I need my grill, I need my dogs, I need some beef. That's all I really need in my life. The guy said, me too. He likes the ATV. He goes, I need my ATV, do a little bit of skiing. I like to ski. I need a little bit of, but he watches his parents. And he's like, I don't know how they made it, but they don't make much. They're retired now, but they live fine. They're not smoking lighting $100 cigars with $100 bills, but they're fine. My parents, I said, if they can do it, why can't I do it? I said, dude, totally. I said, make me a promise. If you go on vacay to someplace, that you've never been before, now Morocco, fly first class. This guy's single. I said, take Social Security early. Don't do any Roth conversions. It doesn't make sense to do Roth conversions. Okay, there comes Knucklehead. Start spending down your IRA the minute you hit 59.5. You got 3 years of cash. You stay 100% stocks if you want. If you're going to lose sleep at night, well, don't be. He goes, I don't lose sleep at night. He's a very aggressive investor. More so than your old buddy Josh. I said, you won. You won. Just stop playing. Weight will slip off. And then you get a little bit thinner. You probably meet a lady. You know what I'm saying? That will change everything if you meet a lady, because all of a sudden you're like, oh, man. I thought I was only going to spend X. Now I'm going to spend X cubed. That was funny, ladies. Come on. That's funny. Anyway, so I'm just like, yeah, dude, you're fine. And he just needed me to validate it. I'm like, dude, I'm using my numbers. I'm very conservative across the board. I'm cautiously pessimistic because I'd rather be wrong and have things be better than wrong and have things be worse. Cautiously pessimistic. Your old buddy Josh, like, you've won the game. Stop playing. If you don't do this, then you are becoming a slave because you're playing the game you've already won. Stop it. Stop it. And it's hurting you. Hurting you out there. I see you out there. I see you out there. It's hurting you, man. Mentally, physically, it's hurting you. Look, if I can do it, I risked everything. I had $500,000 in my 401k when I was 47 years old. 4 kids, a big fat mortgage to pay, hardly any liquidity at all. I said, I got to do it. I just got to try. I've got to try. Worst case scenario, I go back with my tail between my legs as a failure. But hey, at least I'll know. I had 4 kids, mortgage. My wife wasn't making any money. She wasn't working. And I spent $130,000 that first year. So my 401k went from $500 to $370 that first year. Because I needed the basically seed capital. I let him bark so to make sure you guys are paying attention. So far, so good. No, I can't guarantee nothing, but I just know I was able to make it. Well, I don't know. But how do you know until you freaking figure it out? And you got to run some numbers to figure it out. Be it with me, be it with some financial planner, be it yourself. I don't care. My goodness. If you've won the game, stop playing or else you're becoming a slave. All right. Love your thoughts. Smash Howl, like Ozzy Osbourne says. Howl at the Moon, such a horrible song. Ozzy by himself does. I don't care what anybody says. Ozzy Osbourne by himself, boring, Ozzy, boring. But just to quote Ozzy Osbourne, howl at the like button, like Knucklehead Finnegan there. We call him Houndy McGee. Howl at that like button. God bless. We'll see you.